Alive and Well STL is a presentation of the St. Louis Regional Health Commission and Rare Gem Productions to build a healthier St. Louis. Power up with the positive. Learn more at oneraregem.com. That's ONERAREGEM.com. The Regional Health Commission works in partnership with regional health sector advocates and stakeholders to improve healthcare access, reduce health disparities, and improve health outcomes for the uninsured and the underinsured in St. Louis City and County.
Alive and Well STL. Alive and Well STL teams up with the Forsake of All Project at the St. Louis Science Center to host a forum on emotional well-being. We extended the microphone to participants who wanted to join the conversation.
Keep trying things and keep doing and keep fighting. And don't let anyone tell you what you cannot do or where you cannot go.
That's right.
Yeah, if I can, you can.
This is producer Jade Harrell. We'll be right back. Sometimes you gotta dig in to be alive and well. Sometimes you gotta carve it out.
So I've learned that there really is no such thing as control. And the sooner you realize that, the easier life gets. You can have a plan, which I recommend for everybody to have a plan. Your main plan, a plan B, a plan C. But at the same time, when stuff goes wrong, I just don't sweat it anymore.
Montrese Williams, mother, author, triumphant victor. We all should be alive and well. Learn more at aliveandwellstl.com. Alive and Well STL. Alive and Well STL teams up with the Forsake of All Project at the St. Louis Science Center to host a forum on emotional well-being. So we welcomed participants who wanted to share and join the conversation. Meet Ronald, who at the prime of his life lost his eyesight, but did not lose his determined spirit.
All right, so we are live here at the St. Louis Science Center for the Forsake of All Emotional Wellbeing Community Action Forum, and I am joined by my good friend Ronald.
How are you, Jay? Happy
Hello.
to be here.
I'm glad you're here. And Ronald, what brought you out here today?
Well, as you know, I'm interested in health. I'm more or less a holistic person. I'm interested in health and community and being well.
Yes, you are. We met many years ago at a YMCA.
Yes.
I was homeschooling my children. As a matter of fact, they were in strollers at the time. Now they're about as tall. They're taller than me, Ron.
That is true.
And you were there working on your wellness and were fit and active, but also very observant, which some might say, well, how so?
Yes, sensory.
Yes. Let's talk about how with your sensory you are connecting with the world around you through your senses.
Well, I pride myself on I always have been a well-rounded individual and outgoing and perceptive, and
Yes.
I've always been interested in life, and people have vibes, and as yourself, you have a good vibe, and you kind of sense that and pick up on it.
Wow. How do you sense it? How do you feel that?
Well, it's just a sensation that one gives off. I guess it's akin to a mood ring or something.
It was interesting that after all these years, and we haven't seen each other in years,
It's been a couple of years.
that you knew I was here.
Yeah.
Is it by that perception?
Someone told me you was here, and as I got closer, I recognized your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we hugged, it was like closing the gap of time.
Right. Yeah, you're slimming down and looking good.
That's what amazes me. So for those that don't know, Ron is what they call visually impaired. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Now, can you see partially or?
Yeah, I'm totally blind.
Totally blind. Has this been since your birth?
No, I had a head injury at 24. I was operated on for detached retina.
Wow. Do you mind sharing how you were injured?
Well, I was involved in a pickup game of basketball, and I took a elbow to the forehead, and I had blurred vision, and my sight was coming and going, and I was taken to the emergency room.
This is after the game.
Oh, yeah. The next day, actually.
And the head injury was from the elbow. Did you fall or have any impact otherwise?
No, just my head snapped back.
Sure. Now here you are, a 20-year-old man. You're tall, you're active, you're fit. This changed things for you.
Yes, it was a big transformation. I had to make a lot of adjustments. And
was it traumatic for you?
Somewhat, yes. I had to adjust to going from being independent to being interdependent, and the body clock changed. I had to just to moving a little slower.
Sure.
And, so not driving, that kind of thing, not reading. So
That's interesting too, because when we met, you were going through the papers.
I have volunteer readers, and I've been a reader since I was a kid, and I'm still interested in that. And so you have to adapt. And I still have volunteer readers that I meet with.
You say very assured and calmly that, I adjusted, I adapted. Much of what we talk about with Alive and Well STL and emotional well-being is that when we have things that are heavy, that change or shift our lives in a dramatic way, that our methods of coping and addressing the trauma and stress is very crucial to ensure our wellness.
Yes, it is.
You sound very assured when you say adapt and adjusted.
Well,
how did you get to that place of comfortability?
Well, when I came out of the hospital, I sat down with the hospital social worker, and she told me, Ron, you're very strong, and I don't want you to have a martyr complex.
What is a martyr complex?
It means that you're willing to, die for a cause and not break. Dr. Martin Luther King was a martyr. He died for what he believed in. He wasn't afraid, and he was determined.
Okay.
But so she told me that you're going to have to learn how to be interdependent, and you're going to have to learn to be flexible and learn to live with it, or it will break you, Ryan.
Right.
And so she was 100% right. And so I had to go home and reflect what I was going to do.
Right.
And so I decided that, I'm going to be myself and keep moving forward and go for it.
Sure. It was a decision that needed to happen.
Yes.
Why specifically a decision as opposed to try or hope?
Well, I have always been a positive person, and there's a difference, as you well know, in optimism and hope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, I'm a combination of both of them.
Yes, you are.
And but positivity has helped me along, and the faith in myself and my people, and the powers that be. And so it enabled me to move ahead.
You've always been a bright light and encouragement and positive in every encounter that I've had with you. Can you share some encouragement for our viewers, our listeners who have things that shake the reality, that change their lives, that impact them in a major way? From your experience and your heart, share some encouragement for anybody that may be dealing with that today.
Well, you are, who you are, and that's including the environment and hereditary factors enter in there. And I got some pretty good genes. And
yeah, you got some good genes. Skin look like pudding.
And thank you. And I come from pretty good stock, and
yes,
so
sir.
I basically have always been a positive person. And so I guess that's genealogy going on to a degree, and I've always been more or less philosophical, and so I took a look inside of myself and And I said that, I'm not going to give up. That's not my makeup. So, so I just, use the term adapted and just keep trying things and keep doing and keep fighting. And don't let anyone tell you what you cannot do or where you cannot go.
That's right.
So, yeah, if I can, you can. So.
If I can, you can. And he most certainly is. Ron is a very special example of how resiliency, hope, and determination all come together. And I just love him very much. We've had some wonderful conversations over the years, and I'm so glad to see you again today and have you share with us.
Well, I'd like to thank you 100% for inviting me, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope that I can come back and
of course we've been talking about doing this for a while.
Be of some help to someone. It came to fruition. Thank you so much, Jay Laurel.
It's my pleasure, Ron. Peace and blessings.
Ronald, his message for the rest of us is don't give up. Don't let anyone tell you where you cannot go or what you cannot do. And he encourages that if he can do it, we most certainly can also. We're excited to have you join us with the Alive and Well STL movement. Alive and Well STL is now a community-wide effort focused on reducing the impact of stress and trauma on our health and well-being. The research is clear. Stress and traumatic experiences are making many of us sick, and together are the leading cause of poor health outcomes. Take 5. Visit us at aliveandwellstl.com to find out where you are emotionally. Become an ambassador. Reach out and help build a supportive community. Learn resiliency skills. Get the help you need. Share your stories. Hear others. And learn more about stress and how it affects us. That's aliveandwellstl.com. Alive and Well STL is another positive production of Rare Gem Productions. Thank